Hey Stampers, Gina again. I was probably going through my designer series papers earlier because some of them were a bit bulky with so many little different bits in there because I don't tend to throw much of it away. If it's 1 inch wide, then I'm keeping it. So I was flirting through and having a look, you know what you do. Mine, because we got a double pack of the Share What You Love designer series paper, and look, I don't throw anything away. Look, you can see it all here. Little bits with, it's double-sided, it's fabulous, you know. I just love it, and I won't throw it away. You know, you've got little stripes, it's just fabulous. Little bits, and then if I've got anything, I will square it off like these were like, this is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, so say it was 1 3/4 by 1 7/8. I just trimmed them down to make little squares, and I've got 1, 2, there's 3 that size. These are 2 by 2s, and there's 1, 2, 3, 6 of those, and then I've got one at 2.5 by 2.5. And I had some longer strips that were all just 1 inch wide, 6 inches long. And I don't like throwing these away. And I'm thinking, what would you use this on your card for? And it just baffles me that it's so beautiful and it costs so much, but it is a twin pack that I wanted to make cards with them. So I made this one. I just chose my papers, which way round I was going to have them. This beautiful little flower here comes from this gorgeous set here, Make a Difference. And it's all dates and numbers. And it's not until you notice little things like this. And the little tiny leaves. And this little thingy here, you know, to underline things or head the top of a piece of paper. I haven't added anything on the inside. Not yet. I will do when I decide who I'm going to, or what I'm going to do with this. So yeah, I took this little flower and stamped it either side. And this sentiment comes from Very Vintage. I love this set. And one of the best things in life is you. You could have dear friend, or for you, then this sentiment, you're a blessing, then this sentiment, happy birthday, and then this sentiment here goes with everyone there. I'm absolutely loving it. Love this little frame, but I haven't got the stamp, the dies or the punch or whatever it is that goes with, but I love this Very Vintage set. I love it. But this sentiment just strikes me every time. So yeah, so I'm going to try and do another one of these, and it's basically, I've got some old cardstock. Well, you're not going to see any of this, excuse me, because we're just going to build this up. You can pick and choose. We're going to do it, this is 4 by 6, I think. This is 4 by 5 and 7/8. So I'm just going to literally scatter these. I'm not going to waste them. This one, obviously, the pattern, the leaves are going the right way, I can see. We'll go along the bottom, may even go along the top. This has got writing on even, so it's going the right way. You know, I'm going to line bits up. I might even do 2 with you, so I might even do something with these. I have gone ahead and cut some stitched circles out. I got a stitched oval with a backing of silver. I got a stitched oval with a backing of silver. And I love this. I took the largest stitch square and the largest scallop square, and there is a really good deep border there, and I like that. I think it's turned out lovely. Who needs a little skinny border like that hiding all of this gorgeous paper? I mean, we normally get them tiny like that, but I prefer this one. Isn't that beautiful? That to me looks like you could put some little corners across and have a photograph in there as well. So we're going to use these up. If we make 1 card, we make 1. If we make 2, we make 2. And if we make 3, then we're on to a winner. So this would, for me now, because I've just found a piece, this is running the right way. This, and we're going to glue these on, because we've got wiggle space. So we can make sure they're all lined up. You know, I mean, this piece, we're going to fill some gaps It's entirely up to you. But don't ever waste these little bits. They make wonderful cards. Just line that up with these squares. And we can always trim off a little bit. Now I know that's square. That can get butted up to there then. Right at the end. You know, we can just mix and match these pieces. Even if we have to hang a little piece over the edge. I'm going to trim it down anyway to 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. So, yeah, absolutely beautiful. Another gorgeous strip along there. Don't worry about the end because, like I'm saying, we're trimming down. Just fill in these gaps with this. I've got that paper. Let's flip that over. And these are all 1-inch strips as well. Perhaps I could trim that one down a little touch. Or find a smaller one. You know, but why not make a card with them? Just beautiful. I could always remove this and add a smaller piece. Or we could even grab one of these little squares. You know, build it up. Just don't throw anything away. Marvellous. Marvellous. Could even put all this down a touch. Just use it like a little jigsaw puzzle. I found a nice long strip. May have to move this one. Do a bit of rejuggling. Could even overlap so it looks like they all fit perfectly. But just don't throw them away. Honestly, you marvellous cards they make. Put them on dimensionals. It's entirely up to you, but I'm going to just start gluing. No right, no wrong, no reason. I'm going to keep the strips there for one side. Where's my little square gone? There. We can use squares. These are maybe what, of a 2. Where's that 2.5 one? Where's that big one? Nice. Maybe pop that in the centre. But then where would you put your sentiment then? You would cover that up. So, think. Oh, that's a good idea when it comes to this. If you've got that little gap in the centre, hide them behind your sentiment. So, you could even cut these, all these out, little shapes out. You know, tuck some under. Just build up that pattern. Aren't they beautiful? Look at this gorgeous flower one. Oh. My husband's watching the football. His team are losing at the moment. Oof. That's why we were rushing to get back to watch the football. And food came out, like I'm saying, cold. Well, mine was anyway. So I could leave that up there in that top corner like that. Maybe, oh, I don't know. We need to pull that down because we are snipping off a little bit. And I know I've got a tiny gap there, but I could always add a sentiment like that. You're not going to see it. So let's get some glue out. Let's make a couple of cards. Let's unclog my glue bottle first. There we go. Little piece there. Why waste them if you've got them, I say? I'm going to glue these two down first. Well, I've just decided I want to turn this over. Let me just poke a hole in my... There we go, it's coming. There we go. There we are. Go for something a couple of 1/8 of an inches bigger. because you can, like I'm saying, we're going to trim these down so they fit our card. So I'm making sure that's edge to edge, top to bottom. Perfect. It's lined up front and back. I mean, you don't even have to cover the whole thing. You can add words, but don't let them go to waste. Honestly, they're just too precious for that. And if you're somebody who can't afford a lot of crafting, you wouldn't throw things like this away, because you would be like thinking, well, what can I do with these little bits? Have I got an excuse to make another card? Yes, you have. You know, grab a bone folder, just spread that glue out. Let's get this popped in the glue. It's just beautiful. I mean, it's a gorgeous background as well, but you wouldn't waste that bit of beauty there, would you? So we're going to stick this one to a corner as well. Just a bit of glue, a gorgeous crisscross pattern. You could cut them all down to 1-inch strips. Cut yourself a 4x6 piece of card. You know they will fit right all the way along. And then trim down to the size you need. Again, that's that gorgeous little piece of card. Because I'm going to have my sentiment in the centre, I am going to leave a little gap. No one's going to see it, like I'm saying. But we've made 2, 3, 4 cards off this gorgeous stack of paper with little bits that go spare as well. Just love them. That's hanging over. We could, don't want to go too mental with these. We can trim this down once it's overhanging as well. We haven't got any of those leaves, so let's, oh, look at that though, mind. Oh, do I want the leaves or do I want that beautiful? Look at that, it's got a sheen to it. Do I want that over there? I mean, everyone loves a card using up scraps. I get so many people when I've done this with scraps before saying, what a fabulous idea. Thank you so much for showing us how to not waste something. You can't be wasting it if you're making something beautiful, can you? Just stunning. Do we add a bit of green there now? And maybe, oh, let's see what we've got. That's perfect. I'm going to do that. Trust me, I wouldn't snip that bit off and save that, I must admit. It's got, I don't mind you saying that, look how small that piece is. You know. But look how quick they come together as well. I've got so many little bits of, I don't like to throw anything. And I used to watch one lady, I don't think she does it anymore. And if it was any smaller than that, she'd throw it in the bin and I'd be like, oh my God, how could you? Don't, it's sacrilege. But each to their own, I say. So I'm just going to trim off the excess from here. Make sure there's nothing overhanging at the back. And then, I mean, apart from that having words on, you could turn this way, this way, this way, but I'm keeping mine abreast this way. Whoops. I'm just going to move those out of the way. Oh, and I'm going to fetch my little guillotine in because it goes through many layers, many layers. Even chipboard this was cutting through the other day. So, because I can tiny little white line, I'm now going to take this to the 3 7/8 and trim that little piece off. Neatened up our edges. And now I'm going to spin this at 5 5/8. Perfect. And then I've got a piece of pear pizzazz which matches this cardstock. I used Old Olive on the other one, which I adore. trim this up. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to do the tape runner thing again, because this is perfection at lining up your cards. I used to just slap them on willy-nilly and go, oh yeah, that's not straight. But this, since I've been using my tape like this, because I do like to use tape, because it's a lot stronger than some of the other things we use. Making sure you got it the right way. And peel back. I believe Stampin' Up are fetching a new tool out that picks things up. It pokes things. It's just a bit, it's a glorified version of my pick-me-up. It's got the same top, it's got the same bit, doesn't come apart like ours, but it's got like a little palette on the other end and a replacement gluey top bit. So I can lie this on my card, get it straight, top and bottom, make sure that they're even. Like it what I see, and then press. Just keep your hand on the top then. Remove your release paper, and that's stuck down perfectly. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm going to be using the same sentiment because I just think it's absolutely stunning. I'm going to turn my oval this way though. And then just add a ribbon and some gems and away to go. So, I bought my new plates from my big shop. I think because you swap them and you get scratched and everything, when you would then do cut things like this out, if you've got a dirty plate and it's got bits of grit, it marks your silver, so I've bought myself new plates. And I know that is straight up the top. So I'm going to stamp this towards the top. Just give it a sec to soak in. Love it. I'm going to grab those gorgeous little flowers. And I'm going to put one there. And one there. Oh, they're just the sweetest thing ever. I'm going to turn that over because it's glaring. And I'm just going to grab my Stampin' markers, and it will take seconds to colour these leaves in and the flowers. There's that fly, can you hear it? It's buzzing. I hate them, but there you go. Whoosh, he went straight past. I think he just wants to get out, poor thing. He wants to be on camera, he wants to be famous. Sorry, I'm in real deep thought here. Tiny little leaves they are. And then pick up some colours from here. I've got Grapefruit Grove. Oh, actually, no, that's Mango Melody. Oh, let me grab the right colour. There it is. This is the Grapefruit Grove. And I'm just going to dot those beautiful petal leaves. Who would know that you were using, I mean, they might even, perhaps if they knew what Stampin' Up was all about and how precious the papers were, they realise that you've made the most of your designer series paper. That is so pretty. Grab some glue. Attach this. Nice little border all the way around. In fact, that's a good size border as well. We got wiggle space. Thankfully, I think he's just crashed and burned, bless his soul. So I'm going to add a little rhinestone to the biggest part of that flower and this one. And I've just smudged it. Can you Adam and Eve that? Ah, look what I've done. I got it on my finger. There was a blob right there. But I can't cover it all up. I was going to pop one there. I'm going to give that chance to dry, and then I'm going to use my ink eraser to get rid of that. I'm going to remove that gem actually. I can put that back on once I'm done in a minute. Oh, I'll tell you what, this is a lifesaver. An absolute lifesaver. Right, oh, one of my gems has just flown off. I'm going to add that there. I'm going to pop that back on there. I'm going to stop the video shortly and I'm going to let that poor fly out. It's driving me up the wall. So just grab some dimensionals. Take off the backs. Can you hear that little thing buzzing around? It's going mental, bless it. And I'm just going to pop this right there in the centre. I'm not going to press until I know it's straight. Perfect. I've got blobs. Oh, I will use my eraser on those, I promise you now, and I will save its life. But I've got a tiny little boo-boo there. I will. Oh, I could tell you what I've got as well. Great for hiding boo-boos as well. Is a little white gel pen. Sometimes they can be a great temporary measure to getting things sorted. But now for a ribbon. I'm going to use some of this gorgeous details ribbon. I can find the end. There it is, I think. There we go. I'm going to have a slightly bigger loop at this time. I'm going to do freehand bows. And if I can get it right, I'll show you a little tip. Because once this is tight, swoosh, no coming undone. As you start to spin it, don't pull it too tight now. Now control your bows. Pull them a little bit small. Hold the centre and pull to a little tiny bow. Same this side. Then pull. Oh, that's lovely. That is so cute. Don't pull up. Don't hold it tight with your fingers. Hold the loop between your nails and pull. She says. There we go. Just so you got those tiny. If you do it too tight, then it's not coming. That's better. So there's one with the tail fighting the wrong way, but I can turn this around. I've put a little stretch pull on there. I'm only going to give these little tails because by the time I've finished messing around, I think that's so sweet. There we go. It's a little bit off, but it's just so sweet. Right, now a glue dot. Grab and just make a circular motion over your glue dot. Make it into a tight little ball. See it? See how tight that little ball is there? And then pop it on the back. Press down and leave it there. There we go, there's that little bow as well. So cute. Cute. And we've added our little gems on. So there's one. Let me grab another piece of card. This is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. So I use this thick card. I'm just going to trim this down to 4. Let's see if we can do a different one now. So we're just going to start gluing and adding these bits on. Don't worry, we're going to trim down as well. So it doesn't matter if it overhangs. Just add these gorgeous little papers on. Oh, it's stunning. Lovely. So glue the first one into place. You could choose all green on this pattern if you wanted to, making sure most of your pattern is green. It's entirely up to you. It doesn't matter which end we glue from because it's going to get trimmed down. Whoops, and good job it was glue. Wiggle space. Making sure we haven't come over the back. Oh, should we? No, I'm going to go for this one. My glue is right on the pounce. It's dying to come out now. I mean, you don't even have to, this one's running that way. You don't even have to fill the whole paper. No one knows, it's only your card. But just use up your little bits. It's so worth it when you can, look, I've just made 1, 2, and this is my 3rd card out of tiny little scraps. You could graduate this, you know. We've got another square there. We've got some more squares actually. I've got so much with that writing on the back. Pull this down. Whoops. Oh, it's so warm in here. Absolutely boiling. It's 26 degrees out, I think, and it's like 7 o'clock in the night. We've had such a warm day today. Stunning. And if you are a frugal stamper, then why wouldn't you? I know, right? Oh, this goes off really quick. Oh, oh, bless my soul. Cup of coffee. Oh, in fact, I have a cup of coffee. I mean, there's the card we did before with all the shapes. cutting like a pattern going all the way around. You could do another one of those. You don't have to, who says we don't have to keep them in straight lines? Who says we have to have patterns when we can have randoms like this? So we're going to trim anyway, so it doesn't matter about that little corner. I have another piece here. There we go. We filled basically all the card except for that top little corner, because I know I'm going to trim from that side. There's that fly again. Oh, I must let him out. Poor creatures must be sweltering here like me. Oh, it's very warm. Now we just trim off the excess. Get rid of those little bits in case they got glue on them. Tiny little shreds are coming off. So that is obviously now less than an inch wide all the way around. Grab in our guillotine. If you don't have a guillotine, you can use scissors. You can use a craft knife. 3 7/8. Oh, look at that. It took it right to that top. Isn't that great? Now I'm going to cut this side by 5 5/8. Look, there we go. That's the waist. I think that is rather cool. Because we've got strips, I'm going to use my circle here. And I might even cut one of these. Excuse me. If I can get my triple banner punch out. And cut a flag from this. Oops. And then this can be layered under here. On dimensionals with us. So I'm just going to grab some fast views. And I'll pop that in the centre of. There we go. And then this is going to get popped up on dimensionals once I've stamped my sentiment again. I'll pop that away now. Oops. So, grab the sentiment. It's absolutely stunning. I may pick a different ribbon. I might not even bother with a ribbon. I'm going to aim for this in the centre. Perfection. And then like gorgeous little flowers again. And I'm going to dress, instead of top and bottom, I'm going to dress side to bottom like that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh, there, look, I'm getting my fingers in everything. I have to go away and come back clean. I'm a mucky crafter, so I'm a happy crafter. I'll pop those to one side. Look, okay. Absolutely stinking I am. I got down my nails. Oh, mucky pop. So let's grab these. I'll use a bit of fast fuse. What am I doing? Silly sausage. You didn't say anything then, did you, ladies? You didn't. I can't hear you shouting through the screen going, no. no. So I can't put that down now because I want this on dimensionals. I can still pop it on dimensionals. I like using the end strips because when you pull the backings off, it all comes off in one go. It's great. I think that should do. Because we're not going to be touching this, we're going to find that spot. And I'm just going to add that right there. Well, that's a bit, yeah, I don't mind. That's lush. Right, another piece of card. Let me have a look what I got in my scraps bin. Because if I need something to cut down because I want to make a border, I always cut the card in half. If I haven't got any of that is. So I've always got half a sheet to make a card with as well. My black and white pieces of scrap. Yeah, I know some of these are tiny, but the black and the white are pretty usable anyway. I mean, we can make a sentiment with this. You've got a sentiment. You know, you've got black. You've got black that will cover anything. I normally don't like to keep anything smaller than this. I mean, that should be in the bin really. But I've always got these card backs here, so I can just pick a colour. We've got powder pink. Is that powder pink? Does this come with this set? No. But I'm not going to pick the colour because it matches. I'm just going to grab one that suits. Got a bit of shaded spruce going on here. And I'm just going to hold my card against the scraps. Yeah, I think I like that. That goes well, doesn't it? With the shaded spruce. I think it basically goes with Tranquil Tide. I do have some more Pear Pizzazz here. I could use that. Yes, come on. But yeah, if ever I need scrap or a layer of something, I always chop the A4 in half and then put one back here. So I know that's a card base. Pick it up, grab it, fold it in half. That's my card base. So I know if I pick this up, grab this, turn it over. Fold that in right in half. Edge to edge, perfection. And then I can do that. So again with my tear tape. I'm always going to use this method now for attaching my card to my card. And anything layers, you know, when you've got that 1/8 of an inch and you're trying your best to keep it so straight. And still come in from the side to do this, because you've still got to line it up. So I just turn my card, making sure I've got it the way I want it, making sure it's even either side. Lay down my card, match it up there, and I know that's perfect. Hand on the card, oops, there goes a piece of strip under there. So I can always go in from this end now. And pull from that end. There we go. My card is all lined up. Oh, I'm not even going to... Well, I might colour. I might do it off camera because I've been gas bagging too long now. So I'm just going to have 1, 2, 3 of those. I've got a little square I can be making another one with some more scraps. So there goes. And I've still got a few pieces left over. Isn't that great? So we have card 1, card 2, And the one I did earlier, card 3. What do you reckon? Not bad for scraps, is it? I hope you enjoy. Hope you give them a go. Please don't, anything smaller than an inch, you might as well bin. But anything an inch or wider, keep. I did trim, these were 1 1/8 some of them. I trimmed them down to 1 inch, all of them. I hope you like it. Please give a thumbs up and a share. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you press that button right there and showed some love. And if you want to see what I make tomorrow, press the little bell and you'll be notified of when I upload another video. And yeah, you can just come straight to that video then and see what it's all about. I'm going to love and leave you all now because I've got another 2 projects to film tonight, if I can get it all in. I do apologise. So, love and leave you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.